Pearl Abyss is banning streamers with no evidence. Pearl Abyss was caught red-handed, banning streamers based on public opinion and no actual evidence of wrongdoing. The top Korean streamer in the category named The Top Red Dragon, translated of course, was recently cleared of wrongdoing on an initial investigation by Pearl Abyss when someone clipped a part of his stream that looked like macroing. Due to public outcry on a cheater going free, Pearl Abyss then temporarily banned him and investigated again. After getting a third-party legal counsel involved and over a 2-week second investigation, Pearl Abyss permanently banned the Red Dragon from their game Black Desert Online, but it doesn't end there. Another content creator by the name of Baydon, translated again, thought this was unjustified. In response, he pretended to fabricate the same scenario on his stream and was reported by his community and was subsequently banned by Pearl Abyss in the same manner. He later revealed, with the extra cameras, that he was using a wireless keyboard to make it look like he was away from his computer but still pressing keys. This proves that Pearl Abyss is banning streamers from their game without actually conducting an investigation of wrongdoing, rather just a simple question of what the community thinks is public opinion. What a fucking genius idea. No human is going to be able to do a key press at the same rate that a macro will, because you can measure these key presses in milliseconds. And if it was a macro, they would be happening at the same millisecond. This is incredible. People should really read the TOS when playing this game. They don't need evidence to ban you whenever they own it all. Nobody's saying that they can't do it. We're saying they're stupid for doing it. I'll watch the video about it and we'll see what they have to say.
Now, we are not going to watch this whole video.
Yeah.
I am going to explain to you what's happening in the video, and then I'm gonna give you my thoughts on it.
Okay.
So as many of you know, Hua Yang, or we're gonna call him the Red Dragon. This goes back to the top Korean streamer in the category for Black Desert Online. He had close to 800, 900 concurrent viewers.
Wow. That's a lot for
the game
BDO.
for 7 years. Got permanently banned for macroing about a month ago now. A little under a month ago. And so he explains in the first half of this video exactly what happened in that controversy. So I'm going to kind of explain it without necessarily having to watch it.
Yeah, and like, so somebody is in the chat. Somebody says they banned somebody for baiting a false hacking report. So this is, again, another person, like, this is another person who is trying to be smart. They banned someone for baiting a false hacking report. And their complaint is they got banned for pretending to cheat without investigation. I think they deserve the ban. The complaint wasn't even that they got banned. The complaint was that there was no investigation. And the logic there is that because there was no investigation with this report, then there was probably also no investigation with the first report, which proves that they did not do an internal investigation and they simply responded to community feedback. Do you understand? But they pretended on their own stream to cheat. Why did they do that? So they could be banned, apparently? Has it ever occurred to you that you might not know what's going on? You don't even know what's happening. But you're coming into the stream saying that they deserve the ban. The reason why the person pretended to cheat was to provide a use case of Pearl Abyss banning streamers, or sorry, not streamers, banning a user with no internal investigation. It had nothing to do as to whether or not it was justifiable to ban him or not. It had to do with the proof that because he was using an electronic keyboard and you couldn't see it, that there was no investigation conducted beyond the initial just observation. And because of that, that created a foundation to say that Pearl Abyss never investigated the first case that they said they did investigate. And it proved instead that they just react to what the community wants. Do you understand how all these things fit together? Yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, so like, because it's complicated, right? It is. But like, Nah, bro, like, even if you think he deserved to be banned, the first guy didn't, right? And at least it proves, like, you can have the, it's like, oh, you're basically saying, oh, you're trying to troll the tech team, and so, like, you deserve to get banned because you trolled the tech team. Yeah, I disagree with that. I think it's stupid, but, like, that's really not even the point, though.
I will just kind of pan through and show you guys kind of what happened here. Right here. This is the clip right here.
Okay, here we go.
So this is the streamer getting up from his chair here.
Yeah. He gets up.
Okay. He sets his headphones down on the desk.
Right.
Okay. And the headphones presumably hit one of the keys on the keyboard.
Yep.
And one of the pre-programmed keys on the side that are not normally part of the keyboard was activated that he didn't normally use, and it caused his Musa to cast a skill. And again, this happened live. Like
Musa is a character; it's a class in BDO, Black Desert Online.
He gets up from the computer, and this is what happens. You see a bunch of windows open.
Yep.
His character very clearly casts a skill here. I'll play it one more time so you guys can see it. But like essentially. The Red Dragon's excuse for this was he said that those, like, he bought the keyboard a long time ago. Those keys came pre-programmed. He never bothered to reprogram them because he never needed them for BDO. So they already had like a pre-programmed set. When he set his headphone down on the computer, it actually accidentally struck one of the keys, and obviously it blasted out a lot of different things. Now, if you guys remember, I interviewed him live on the air about a month and a half ago when this actually or 2 months ago when this actually transpired, and we did an investigation. We talked to him about it. We had translators in there, and I gotta say, his sequence of events definitely lined up. At the time, Pearl Abyss investigated him for terms of service. Okay, obviously it was immediately reported by the community, and the community wanted his head. They got their pitchforks out, and they really wanted him banned because to the naked eye, this looks like he's macroing, right? Or he's doing something disingenuous.
Sure.
But like, based on my investigation and what he told me, it really does line up. It doesn't look like that macro is actually useful for anything. You can see it opened up all of his menus basically and then closed some of them, and it used one of the...
No, I would easily assume that he was actually macroing and he lied about the whole thing. Like, I would absolutely 100% assume that because it's beneficial for him, right? I would 100% assume that he lied. And the only reason why I believe him is because the second person that got banned with no evidence. Like, that's the only reason I believe him. Because to me, it proves that Pearl Abyss didn't investigate it. They didn't look into it at all.
Skills is very clearly just like not an actual macro that you would use to grind
That's
or
the only
exploit
reason
the
I
game
believe
or
him.
anyway. It looked like just a bunch of random key inputs. Pearl Abyss did an initial investigation on his account, and they cleared him. And they said, no, he did not macro. Okay? And they cleared him of wrongdoing. Then the community got overwhelmingly upset and said that Pearl Abyss, in the Pearl Abyss TOS, it says, even if you macro one time, even like if you make any money off of that macro, or even if you macro it just one time, you will be permanently banned. It says that explicitly in their TOS. So Pearl Abyss put him back under investigation after a lot of public scrutiny by the community. Okay,
Rules aren't rules. I don't agree with that. Rules clearly are not rules. Every rule is always a guideline. The truth is that if rules are rules, then we wouldn't need courts, right? To like determine how guilty somebody is, what somebody's intent is. No. Rules are not just rules. It depends on what the intent is behind it, if the person's doing it on purpose, if it was an accident. And also, this is a video game, TOS. It doesn't really matter. It's just, bro, this just got written up by some nerd. Some nerd wrote this up, bro. Like, this isn't God's 10 Commandments. This is just a nerd. You think I'm going to use this as a fucking 10 Commandments? No. It's obvious he wasn't trying to do it on purpose. It's obvious he wasn't cheating.
And they temporarily banned him. This investigation went on for 2.5 weeks. Legal counsel was brought in, a third-party legal counsel, so that Pearl Abyss could make sure that they could ban him without getting in trouble.
Probably because he was Korean, and Korea has different laws.
And then they went ahead and permanently banned him from the game, pending a second investigation. Okay, so what this looks like to the outside is it looks like an unfair ban because the community got their pitchforks out and public opinion did no longer favor this streamer, and everyone advocated that he be banned, and so he was. Okay, but like, there was technically grounds at the time, like it was thought that Pearl Abyss basically did
somebody, and this is another, there's always these people, I don't know what's wrong with some people in chat, but they always like making these like really like weird arguments, like, so he cheated by accident, macro slaughter instead of manslaughter, so like manslaughter instead of murder. Here's what the difference is. Nobody died. He didn't accidentally macro something that caused him to beat the game. He didn't accidentally macro something that gave him a huge advantage in the game. A macro went off because his headphones hit his keyboard while he was in town. Do you understand? Like, it's astonishing to me. These people that always like having these weird fucking arguments. Why do you even, like, do you ever, like, please, guys, if you're going to come up with an argument in my chat, please think about what I'm going to say and think about what anybody would say after you make your argument, and then think about, is it worth saying? So he cheated by accident. Well, yeah, it's a joke play on words. He accidentally broke the TOS. I don't agree with the outcome. Well, then why are we talking about it? Oh my God, these people are so annoying.
The investigation, and they said, okay, yeah, he accidentally clicked a macro key, but technically in our TOS it says if you click a macro key one time, even just one time, even if it doesn't make money, you can still be permanently banned. So it's technically against TOS, and so they would technically have grounds to ban him. What this streamer here did, I think this man's name is Bellamy. Let me check. I believe this is Bellamy. I could be wrong. Is he basically replicated the exact same scenario where he was standing in town.
Yep.
Let's see if I can find it. Here it is, right here.
Okay.
So he gets up. You can see him take his headphones off. And he's explaining what he's doing. Drops it on the keyboard and walks away. And you'll see his character starts casting skills. A lot of skills. And jumping. Okay?
Oh, what, bro? He cheating! He's fucking cheating! You look at him right now! He's fucking cheating right now! Report him!
This was again reported by the community. Okay? And an investigation was conducted.
Oh, an investigation.
Investigation.
That's right.
At the end, he is...
The investigation was that, no, Pearl Abyss did conduct an investigation. The investigation was they watched the clip. And they're like, oh, he's cheating. Because, you know, you never really said, what does an investigation mean? Yeah, case closed.
Okay, they permanently ban him for doing this. And at the end of the video, after he gets banned, and he knows he's been banned, he shows you what actually happened. That is a wireless keyboard.
What a dude, what a fucking G. Oh my God. I fucking love this. Wow. Look at it, look at it. Oh God, this is so good.
Okay.
Yep, there he is.
You can see again, there's him. You can see him hitting the space bar right here on the screen right there.
Yep.
And it's like very clearly reacting to
very
clearly the key inputs, right?
Oh my god. Giga Chad proved stupid community? He did. Proved they were all full of shit.
Okay, so what we have here
Yep.
is evidence that Perlibus is banning people based on public opinion.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not saying they necessarily did that for the Red Dragon, but it's pretty clear they did that. And that's
We don't know they did that. We're only 99% sure they did that.
really
Yeah.
inappropriate.
So, like,
That's
I mean,
wrong
who
on a lot
knows?
of levels. Okay, this guy, because see, if they had conducted an investigation and actually like tried to figure out if he macroed, they would have clearly seen that it was like keyboard input.
Yeah.
They have these logs. These logs are available to them. It's not like they don't have this stuff available to them.
They do.
Okay. Clearly, they didn't actually do an investigation, right? And they just banned him because everyone said ban him. Okay. If this is true for the Red Dragon as well, I mean, like this is pretty
You
crazy.
gotta remember, this guy, by the way, this is Blue Squadron. He's the guy that got doxxed by that crazy girl in BDO, and he was a high school teacher, and he lost his job because of it. Because this crazy lady went and started contacting minors and sending minors clips of him saying things that were not school appropriate whenever he was on his own personal time. So she's sending minors explicit material with the intent that I'm going to show you this because it's explicit. And she got him fired. The good thing is, I follow his stream. He's doing pretty well. He also lives in America, which means that it's not much of an assumption to make that he's probably making more money streaming than he did being a teacher.
This is pretty crazy, and it sets a
good for
new
him.
precedent. It also goes to show you that game developers can ban you from their game for whatever they want. Okay, and that's the brutal truth. Okay,
Not whatever they want, especially not in Korea. That's why they had the legal team. And also, they cannot ban you for discriminatory reasons, but for all intents and purposes of what he's saying, this is true. But there are actually exceptions, but I'm just kind of being pedantic at this point. But
a lot of TOSs state that if they don't want, they have the right to refuse service to basically anyone.
there are a couple exceptions.
Okay, lawsuit pending. Oh, I mean, it's in the TOS. You accept the TOS when you log in. Believe it or not, when you buy pearls on your account,
Yes.
You don't actually own your account. Okay,
Nope.
if they want
It's
to
a
remove
license-
your service to the
license to
account at any
use.
point, they have the right to do
Yep.
that because it's their game. However, I think it's really ridiculous that public opinion actually allowed this guy to be banned.
It
right?
is.
The Red
it's
Dragon.
it's outrageous. It's actually like it's fucking, it's like insanely bad.
Remember, they investigated him twice. The first investigation,
Yeah.
they checked to see if he used any macros, and they cleared him. They said, nope, no macros were used. Then the second investigation only came because the public opinion was that he had macroed, right? He had done this, right? And then they permanently banned him basically because the community wanted him to.
Give us his head.
This is ridiculous. The fact that you're banning someone from your game that streamed it for 7 years as his livelihood, so that because of public opinion, it's
Everybody said he did it. Well, why would everybody be saying he did it if he didn't do it? I saw him do it. Just look at him. I can tell if somebody's guilty just by looking at him. People just want streamers banned? Yeah, maybe. Oh my god. Yeah, see, guys, hey, it's not just us Americans that do witch trials. See, the Koreans do it too.
ridiculous.
It's not just us.
Because it genuinely does not look like he did anything wrong. And I stated that when he got banned in the first place. We did the investigation. And as the investigation was going on, I said, I don't think that they can really ban him. I mean, like, they can ban him, but it would be not right. It wouldn't be morally the correct thing to do because I don't feel like he's actually done anything wrong.
No.
Even if it was like an accidental macro press, do you ban a player for that? Even if it does explicitly say in your TOS that one macro key press that is bound to multiple keys can get you banned, and then one person does it one time, you're gonna allow that? You're gonna ban someone for that accidentally in a town? It didn't make him any money. It didn't give him an advantage in PvP.
It's
he was
outrageous.
going to the
outrageous.
bathroom, and it casted a skill
It's
on
crazy.
accident.
Yes.
And it very clearly,
Absolutely.
based on their first investigation, he had never done it before. Okay? So, like, it's clear that he really didn't do anything wrong. And this...
Because also, like, by the way, if they had evidence of a macro key press, couldn't they use the millisecond ratio of whenever that macro was used in order to use a frame of reference to see if he had used it previously? Because if every single key press is logged with millisecond recordings, then couldn't you just take the recordings of the macro key press and then just search for the same thing? Like, I feel like this is something that even I could figure out.
What this does is really exposes Pearl Abyss's, like, investigation methods or how they're banning people.
And I don't think that the people there, I don't think they're stupid or incompetent. I just think they're lazy. I think they don't care. I don't think the guys that work on this company are stupid. I think they just don't care. They're like, oh, people are still mad about it? Yeah, well, just ban them anyway.
It's true that they can basically ban you for whatever they want.
Yeah.
But I think it's horrible that the community's public opinion can actually get you banned from a game.
Well, this is how it's harmful, is because BDO is a game that if you invest 1,000 hours into this game, you can come back in 3 years and that 1,000 hours will still have a degree of value. Like, BDO is probably one of the best MMOs for being resistant to, like, just tremendous power creep. Like, massive, overwhelming power creep that, like, Lost Ark has or World of Warcraft has between expansions, right? Stuff like this. So, BDO is a game that incentivizes and rewards long-term play, and more importantly, BDO incentivizes long-term investment. They want you to spend money on the game. That's why you can buy gold and pay to win in the game. Now, is pay to win as strong as it is in like Genshin Impact or Star Rail or Tower of Fantasy or, I don't know, Diablo Immortal? No, it's not as strong, but it's still there and it's present. So whenever your game value proposition is a long-term investment where people that play your game can expect to have their accomplishments matter in a long-term value, and then people are also getting banned randomly for something that they didn't even do, this directly puts that value proposition at risk. This is one of the worst things that they can allow to happen because it directly hurts their value proposition of their game. And especially BDO.
As a content creator, that is really scary. That's super scary. So what if a bunch of people put in reports about me or Choice or Biceptimus to just remove their account, even if they haven't done anything wrong? Like, what is that? Like, what kind of precedent are we setting here? This is ridiculous. Like, oh my goodness.
It's insane. Yeah, why would somebody want to invest their time? And also streamers are massively like, and I know people, streamers are bad. Well, if streamers are so bad, then these companies wouldn't be paying them hundreds of thousands of dollars to play these games. Why would a streamer want to stream BDO if they're just going to get mass reported and witch hunted and then removed from the game? Why would somebody do that? I wouldn't. Fuck that. So this hurts the advertisement of the game. This actively hurts their game. And not only does it hurt their game, something on a much more core level. They are empowering malicious actors. The people are reporting him maliciously. And now a malicious actor is empowered. And that's bad on a fundamental level. Take out the game, take out anything else. It's still bad.
Deleting streamers. Yeah, I mean, like, this is just cancel culture, plain and simple.
It is.
I think this is absolutely ridiculous. Like the fact that he showed blatantly, right? He basically tried to fool the community and did so successfully and got the ban off. Ridiculous. You see, Nexon Co. Has been fined for changing loot drop rates. Yeah, and Maple Story.
I need to watch that. Too. I haven't gotten into that. I read into that. I heard about that. I haven't talked about that yet. I'll probably look at it tomorrow.
A lot worse than this, but what's funny is the same people who wanted the Red Dragon's head are now going to be out for blood with Perlibus. The mob mentality and desire to be angry at something.
It is.
Yeah, this is what I mean. Like, the BDO community, sometimes, man.
Nah, it's nothing special about BDO community. BDO community is really supportive to me. I think BDO community is pretty good overall, right? It's just a few assholes, and it's just people on the internet that like, the thing is, like, who is getting mad about somebody using a macro in BDO? A person with nothing better to do. A loser. And so those are the people. Like, it's not BDO players. It's just a few losers.
Let me move down here. We'll read some of these comments. Okay.
Yeah, he had to go on
the
Chrome,
conclusions
too.
cannot distinguish whether they are using macros. Okay, well, that's... Using macros.
The conclusions cannot distinguish... Wait. The conclusions cannot distinguish whether they are using macros? How do you know that? And if you can't distinguish whether they're using macros, then why are you banning them for using macros? What is this logic? We don't know if you're using macros. So we're going to ban you for using macros. Bro, back in the day, we used to throw witches. We'd tie them up to a fucking tree, and you'd throw them in the water. And if they didn't sink and they floated, it meant they were a witch. And if they sunk and they died, it meant that they were innocent. But does it matter because they're dead? Like, it's like, what is this?
Wish whether they are using macros. Okay, well, that's... There are many people who have quit the game due to being manipulated in this way. Or I guess banned in this way.
Yeah.
I really appreciate and respect Don Bay for uploading videos like this and saying only the right things.
That was so
yeah,
badass.
I mean, like, this is like
I loved it.
The general sentiment. This is one of the top comments on the video here. And again, I have to agree.
I do too.
I have to agree with that. I think it's absolutely crazy that they're not actually even banning people based off of true investigations. They're banning people based off of public opinion.
It's bad.
Is absolutely obnoxious. And the fact that somebody can throw together a basic YouTube video like this is pretty crazy.
Yep.
The man's a legend, though. Yeah, I mean, he goes through most of this video is basically him explaining
I was kicked out
how
of
he
Black
made his
Desert,
account,
LOL.
like explaining the story with the Red Dragon, and then explaining what he did as a result, because he figured that the Red Dragon was banned illegitimately. This is Baydon. Yeah.
Didn't Stay Safe prove that WoW does the same thing? No, Stay Safe stole my idea.
He said he felt like he was banned illegitimately, and I completely agree.
And he did.
I felt like he was also banned illegitimately. I think that's a little ridiculous that they went and banned him like that, because the fact that the community is getting that mad over something as petty as this is stupid. Is absolutely stupid. But the bigger problem was that the community was already mad with...
This reminds me of, remember whenever Empyrean got to start the PoE League 13 minutes early? And the PoE Reddit acted like Chris Wilson just, like, let him start the league with a Mage Blood. It was the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen.
Abyss at the time, and it was just another
streamer
excuse to get even more mad with them.
I had streamer Q
is
too.
what it ended up being.
So did McConnell got it as well.
A little ridiculous. 160k views. Oh yeah, 160k views in 21 hours.
Wow. Wow.
You know that this is going through the you know that the community members that advocated for his head look like fucking clowns right now. Look like absolute fucking clowns.
That's why you can never do things based off of public opinion. You can never do stuff based off of public opinion. The reason why is because the public's stupid. That's why. Yeah, that's the big reason. And like that's why you can't do it. This is Blue Squadron video. As I said, the guy's great. I'm going to give you a link to his video. Make sure to give it a like, give him a sub if you like it. And he's a great dude. Basically, what democracy is, well, we have a representative republic, okay? So it's a little bit different. Yeah, so democracy bad, I agree. Well, I mean, I don't know. Should we have a vote on if we should bring back slavery or not? I don't think that we should. Yeah, do a poll. Let's do a poll in chat. Who here wants to bring back slavery? Fair point. Yeah, no, democracy is good for a lot of things, but it's not good for everything. I don't want to see those results. No, you already know what they are. Oh my God. Was that the teacher streamer? It is. It was, yeah, that's him. And holy shit, man. Pearl Abyss is on their bullshit again.